part 6 of We Got Clothes at Home. I'm not sure how many parts of this we'll have, but we'll just keep this going for right now because I'm really enjoying it, and you seem to be as well in the comments section. Before we dive in though, if you didn't catch my last video, if you have ever said, hey TJ, we would love longer videos, that one's like almost 19 minutes long, so please be sure to watch it and enjoy yourself. And yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of Kalshi and StockX just teaming up together. Like, why on earth are we betting and gambling on the sneaker resale prices for drops? I don't like it. So please be sure to check that video out and comment your thoughts on that. But before we dive fully into these fits, we will have 3 inspired fits. I initially thought that the Ralph Lauren sweater that I'm wearing would be like bigger, okay? So it was something that I got off eBay. I personally love thrifting, online thrifting, you know, buying secondhand. I've done that with my mom. I did that for years growing up and I just really enjoyed it. It's a great way to give new life to something. And also you're not breaking the bank. You don't have to pay that brand new price. And I think we can all appreciate that right now, especially in 2025 in this economy. So you can find some great things and some gems. I've certainly done that on eBay, but I thought like the sweater would actually be more oversized or bigger, and it's not. It is a men's large. That's what I bought, like a Ralph Lauren men's large. It's a quarter button-up sweater, so not the quarter zip, but the quarter button-up. And yeah, just not as big as I thought it was going to be. I wanted like this really chunkier, oversized look. So it's not giving that necessarily. I still think it looks fine, but just if you guys are wondering on size, yeah, it's like a men's large. And I double checked and everything said large. So not really sure what happened there. And then for the chambray shirt I originally wanted to wear, yeah, it too will likely be like donated. I had quite a few items I had to put to the side because no, it just doesn't fit anymore. And it sucks when you have items that you've had for so long and they were well made and they lasted you some years and you have to get rid of them. It's not the greatest feeling. Now, thankfully, I was able to find a bigger size, not in Ralph Lauren, but in Levi's for a chambray shirt. So that actually arrived before I'm filming this. So that will be featured in the next We Got Clothes at Home for part 7. But I just wanted to go ahead and throw that in there. So let's dive into this very first look. Starting off, camo pants. They will be featured in 2 different fits here. I'm wearing the Fear of God 7th collection camo pants, and I love hers. Hers are definitely baggy, and that's what prompted me to grab these versus some other camo pants I have. I wanted that baggier, oversized look, and so wearing those, and she has the layered look of the chambray denim shirt, and then she has on a quarter zip, and yes, I know that is all the rage right now. I get it. I understand. She has on a navy quarter zip, so instead of a quarter zip, I actually have on, like I said, a quarter button up. These were like majorly big when I was in school, from Hollister to American Eagle to Abercrombie and Fitch. Like, so many guys and girls growing up, I saw them in that. That was like the way to be able to, you know, dress up a little bit. I had friends that were in undergrad. They actually worked at a Ralph Lauren Polo outlet near our campus, and they would have tons of them. They had a class presentation, they were in this. So I like the layered look. Nice for fall. I think you are dressing it down with the baggier camo pants. So I love that. She's wearing heels. That's not my ministry. It's never been my ministry. I would have liked for it to have been, but it's just never worked out for your girl. It has never worked out for me. So instead I said, let's keep it comfortable. And I actually threw on the New Balance. If you guys remember, this like had its wave, and I think they're still amazingly comfortable. The 2002 are, now I know everyone will say the protection pack, but it was actually Refined Future. The designer himself in-house came out to say that, but I know protection pack just became the thing that everyone ran with, but it's not. Very comfortable wearing that, you know, coveted gray, the Rain Cloud colorway that so many people wanted. Really happy that I was able to finally secure them, although I'm pretty sure I had to like pay resale for them. Either way, I really like the fit, like the layers. Now remember, I advocate for wearing the things that you have over and over again. They should seamlessly flow with so many different looks in your closet, and this, it's no different. Again, wearing the same Fear of God 7th collection camo pants for that baggier look. Now here she has on just a black top, which easily for myself, able to throw that on. I really like the cut of this. This is an oversized, just basic blank tee from H&M. It has the drop shoulders. Again, I'm a fan of the cut. It is the cut of this shirt that I really like. And she has on this burnt, like rustic orange, yeah, I'm just gonna say burnt rustic orange cardigan. I too have one in Jordan brand. So this is the Jordan women's distress cardigan. I've begged and begged, even directly to Jordan. Like, I have contacted designers on the women's team that I would love just a rundown of colorways of this sweater. I promise you, I would have black. I would buy one that's blue. I would buy red. I would buy so many different colorways for this sweater. I just think it's absolutely perfect, even though I am going to get denim that's not distressed, like soon, sometime in the near future, okay? I do need to add that, so I don't have, like, you know, just crazy distressing and my legs out all the time if it's below 0, if it's below 0 degrees. So this is a basic fit. It's not doing a whole lot, which I really like and appreciate. I love the hat, the accent of the hat that she has on, but what I love too is just the footwear. So I can't fully see what she's wearing. It looks like maybe it's Converse. So you guys know me and Converse, we just don't necessarily rock well anymore if it's like a Chuck Taylor. But I threw on the Stray Logan Puff. That is one of my favorite sneakers and favorite pickups in recent years. Love the design. I love the just unexpected comfort of that pair too. So please go ahead and comment your thoughts, but I really do think it's like the silhouette of everything, at least here for me, that brings it all together. Finally, yes, we have clothes at home, but again, sometimes you will pick up something because you've had your eye on it for a while and you can't wait to incorporate it into so many different looks. So just be prepared to be sick of me when it comes to this bomber jacket. Like, it's the collarless bomber jacket. It's quilted. It's actually surprisingly warm. I didn't think it would be as warm as it is. So this was from ASOS. I signed up on the app and actually got another 20% off of this order. It was right around my birthday. So the birthday spending is done now. Let me just be clear. Like, I'm good there now. But she has this in olive and I'm wearing it in black. Now, when I say, like, again, I want to move to non-distressed denim, being able to see fits like this, I don't know, there is something about it that I like and appreciate where the denim isn't distressed, but I also like where it falls just above her sneaker. That would actually require me probably, though, to thrift a pair and then cut them, which, yeah, I would rather do that. So we'll see what happens. But again, really like just the silhouettes, how everything falls with her. And so she has on the New Balance pair. I used to actually have this model and, you know, I ended up, I think, just giving it away or selling one and maybe giving one away. But I said, hey, let me swap. Instead of a New Balance, I actually went with the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 4 with the Staple, or, you know, Jeff Staple, the Pigeon collaboration. So I still think one of the most underrated collaborations of 2025. I know there was a sea of pairs to drop. This to me is still one of the most underrated. And I too threw on a bucket hat. Now, it's a little bit difficult for me when my hair is straight because there's so many bucket hats don't fully fit, but this is the Fear of God Essentials bucket hat. Decided to go ahead and throw this on. And then for the tee, Brianna Stewart, aka Stu York, Stewie. So she did a drop earlier this year, and it's like modeled after like a pizzeria within New York because, duh, again, Stu York. Modeled after a pizzeria. Absolutely loved it. I secured myself one. And then for the glasses, so she's wearing a pair of white glasses here. So I have my Ray-Ban and A$AP Rocky collaboration in the puffer Wayfair style with the white. And then of course you have the crystals that are detailed on the side. So I got pretty close to this. I even have like my own little tote bag. She's got the white purse, but I got my own little tote bag. Okay. I think that goes along well with the puffer jacket itself. And then with the accent black parts on the GTS4 for the Brooks pair. So 3 different fits inspired by women that I think are styled very, very well. Listen, Pinterest will give you endless ideas, which is why I say I don't know when this series will end, but as long as you guys continue to tune in and I continue to have fun with it, we'll keep doing this, okay? I will have probably just a YouTube short up on the Asia Wilson A1, the switch that I received for my birthday. I think I'm just gonna throw it all in a short there because you guys have extensively long videos for both the OG Pearl and then the pink Aura pair on here, and I'll have more videos on the way. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.